Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on another video. My brain paused for a second there then. I'm just going to apologise before I get into my way update that number one, obviously I know that I didn't post last week, but it is half term here. We're in the second week of half term and it's absolute carnage at home, so I just didn't get the chance to film. Kept meaning to do it throughout the whole of the week, but you know how it goes when you've got kids at home, constantly distracted. So I am in the car. I have been to group last week and this week, so I thought I'll quickly jump on and just update everyone how it's going. And then the second one is just the way that I sound. I'm full of hay fever. I think I've got a cold as well with it on top of it, and I've definitely got some form of sinus infection. I'm positive, because my nose and my eyes and everything just actually hurt. It's horrible. And it feels exactly like the last time I've had a sinus infection. It went into my ears and everything. So I know if I start getting the earache, I need to take myself to the doctors and maybe get some antibiotics. So hopefully it doesn't do that. Hopefully it just buggers off and that my sinuses are just inflamed with the hay fever and or minus cold. Because really I don't know what's going on with me at the moment with my head, whether it's cold, hay fever or a mix of both. But yeah, I just feel dreadful. So I am going to try and keep this as short, as sweet as possible. I have been to group, like I've already said. I went to group last week. I've been to group again this week. Everything has gone absolutely fine these past 2 weeks. I am finding it really, really easy to stick to my calories with my intermittent fasting at the same time. Obviously, you know that I do Slimming World too, just for the accountability, and I enjoy the plan and the weight loss support. So yes, I'm doing like 3 plans in one, but I'm just finding that they do work really, really well for me. And I'm just finding, yeah, that they're definitely helping me on my journey. And that's exactly what I need. I need as much help as possible, because I'm determined to get to target. I am determined to get to target. I'm not messing about any longer. And this is how much I am not messing about any longer, that I've vowed to myself. Now let's see how long this is going to last for. But I've vowed to myself that I'm not going to have any form of takeaway until I get to target. None shall pass these lips until I get to target. Like I say, how realistic that's going to be, I don't know. But at the moment, I'm feeling very determined, because I'm not missing out any food groups with my diet. With everything that I'm eating a lot of fresh fruit, a lot of fresh vegetables. I'm eating whole grains. I'm still eating bready type products, yogurts, dairy, everything. I eat I've never eaten red meat, so I'll eat vegetarian, vegan substitutes of that, but I do eat chicken, I eat fish. I'm basically eating everything that you would normally eat. The only thing, I'm even having treats, but lower calorie treats, you know, like skinny whips, etc. So I'm not eating like a bar of dairy milk. I'm having a lower calorie alternative. But that's absolutely fine, because I'm not a massive chocolate fan. Give me cheese and onion pie and I will devour that full thing. Give me a bar of chocolate and nah, I can take it or leave it. I'm not bothered. But takeaways are genuinely one of my massive downfalls, especially like Indians, Chineses and pizzas. I absolutely love them, and when I eat them to excess, absolutely over the top. I don't need to eat a 12-inch pizza to myself, but I do. And I have a portion of chips with like cheesy chips with garlic and chili sauce all over them. I eat to excess, and those are the things that are my Achilles heel. If I get an Indian, it's the naan bread, it's the poppadoms, it's the onion bhajis, excess. If I get a Chinese, I'll have my Chinese. I'll get spring rolls, I'll get salt and pepper chips, and I'll get prawn toast and the curry sauces as well as my main meal. So again, excess. And I can't be trusted around stuff like that. Takeaways are a want, they're not a need. So to get myself to target and then to reward myself, then I can introduce takeaways maybe once every couple of weeks, maybe once every month. I don't know how I'm going to play it yet, because I'm nowhere near target yet, so I don't know how it's going to fit in with my life. But then I will introduce them back into my life and I can have them again because I'll be at Target. It'll just be in moderation. Now, when I say moderation, obviously I can order whatever I want that day that I'm eating it, and if I want to eat in excess that day, then that's fine. But I mean in moderation, that I'm not going to have them every single day or every single week. It's going to be either bi-monthly or once a month. It's going to be something like that. That's going to be where I'm going to be in moderation. The reason why I'm not doing that now is because, for the simple fact that I find that when I have a takeaway, and I know this from experience because I've been on a weight loss journey for a really long time, when I have a takeaway, so say I have pizza and I overeat, I overeat, I'll hold my hands up, I always do that, but I love it and I enjoy it and that's what I want to do, so that's okay, but just not at the moment. But when I do have that takeaway, then the next day I do see a rise on the scales. Now, I know it's not fat gain, I know it's not, it's just water retention from everything that I've eaten, the salts, the sugars, the increased carbs, the fats, etc. It's my body's way of reacting to it. But then I find that I have to then get rid of that water weight, and then I have to start scrambling to get a fat loss then towards the end of the week. So I find that I'm scrambling for the rest of the week to pull that one takeaway back. And 7 days just isn't long enough to do that. So because I am on a weight loss journey and I want to get to target, if I eradicate takeaways out of the equation, then every single week having a takeaway, I'm not going to have to do that. Whereas once I get to target, I don't have to weigh in every single week then. I can weigh in once a month if I want to. So then I can celebrate with a takeaway at the beginning of the month, and then I can not pull it back, because within that first week that water weight would have gone off. But then as long as I'm maintaining throughout the rest of the month, it's fine. So that's where the moderation will come in. I hope all that lot makes sense. So like I say, how long that's going to last, who knows, because I do love my takeaways, I love my food, but at the moment it's going all right. Yes, I miss them, yes, I get cravings for them, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine, because I know it's not going to be forever. And I do think that this is one of the major things that I've had to change about my dieting journey, because I've got a goal, I'm trying to get to it, and takeaways just will not fit into that goal. They won't. But they can fit into my life after I get to there, after I get to that destination. So yeah, let's see how that goes. So food wise, diet wise, everything that I've been eating tons of food. I've been eating yummy food. I'll pop some pictures up here of the type of meals that I've been having throughout the week, and these are all evening meals that I've been having. I'll put a little description underneath, so pause the video at any point if you want to actually have a right good nosy at what I've been eating. But yeah, I'll just pop them up here, and then you can see the kind of meals that I've been having, because I have been taking pictures just for my accountability of what I've been eating. So you can see that I'm eating plenty of food, and this is just dinner. This doesn't include lunch that I've already had. And then I always have like a snack through the day, and I'll always have like a little bit of a dessert / supper on an evening as well. So I'm eating like 2 generous meals, and then 2 smaller, well, a snack and then a smaller little supper dessert type thing on an evening. So I'm eating plenty of food. I'm not missing out on anything. The only thing that I am missing out on is the crap takeaways. However, crap meaning unhealthy, but taste absolutely gorgeous and love them. So yeah, I am eating plenty, and I'm finding that the food that I'm eating works really well. I'm feeling really good from it. I'm not feeling bloated. I don't feel sluggish. I'm finding that when I go to bed, I'm sleeping a lot better, but that's because my body's not having to work so hard to digest everything. I'm not feeling rubbish off of the sugar spikes and everything like that. I am feeling really, really good, and as good as I feel, that's what's pushing me through to keep going on like this and resist the takeaways until I get to target. And then, yeah, we'll see. Because like I said, I'm not there yet, so we'll have to see how I'm going to let them play back into my life again. So yeah, having a really, really good, and this is obviously just the meals that I've had this past week. It's not the meals that I've had for the past 2 weeks, because I've only just started taking pictures of them. But I will continue to take pictures of them so that I can keep documenting the kind of things that I'm eating. But on a little bit of a side note, and I'm going to do a separate vlog on this just because I can go into quite a lot of detail. But with me being on a calorie deficit at the moment, I am finding I'm doing a lot of hard work and researching into alternatives of the normal things that I like to eat. So for wraps, for example, noodles, etc. And then a few other products that I have found like really low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sugar, salt, etc. alternatives that I am really finding is helping me massively on this weight loss journey. So I'm going to do a separate vlog, probably not this week, maybe next week once the kids are back at school, etc. Just to share basically the knowledge. You can take it with a pinch of salt, you can watch it if you're just curious, or if you are on a weight loss program yourself, then you might find that some of these stuff that you might not have come across, and you just might find that they'll help you as well. So I will do a separate vlog, like I say, of those things, because they're massively helping me. Just little hints, tricks and tips and things that are just keeping me on the straight and narrow when it comes to this dieting journey. So yeah, you've seen the kind of things that I've been eating. You know what's going through my brain at the moment. I'm still prioritising sleep, trying to make sure I get as much as I can, because you do see a reflection on the scales. If you get a really good night's sleep, you do tend to have a better weight loss than if you have a really crappy night's sleep. You tend to retain water. I'm still trying to drink between 3 and 4 litres of fluid a day. Now, I'm saying fluid because I'm not drinking just water. I am drinking sugar-free squash just because I find it easier to drink. And yeah, just trying to get steps in where I can do. Just do all the right things to help push me along my weight loss journey, basically. But yeah, these past 2 weeks have been absolutely fine, apart from this bloody cold / hay fever / face ache that I've got going on. So the last time I spoke to you guys, obviously wasn't last week, it was the week before. So that was the 31st of March, the very end of March. I weighed in at 14 stone that day because I'd lost £4, which took me to a total weight loss of 2 stone and 13 pound. I remember being very happy with that, because the previous week to that I'd lost £3, so I really didn't expect another £4, but that was amazing. I took it, I ran with it. Then I did everything that I've done since then. I stuck to my guns, I stuck to the calories, tried to get my steps in, water in, etc. I went to group last week, which was on the 7th of April, another Monday, and that day I weighed in at 13 stone, so I broke that 13 stone bracket, yay! However, I was 13 stone, 13.5 pounds, so that meant that last week I only lost half a pound. I will admit it, and it's not the reason why I didn't vlog, but I was absolutely wounded. I was gutted. Let's face it, I was gutted. It was half a pound. Yeah, if you look at my previous couple of weeks before that, I'd lost half a stone, which is amazing. But to only lose half a pound, I was gutted. Because let's face it, we're only human. We always want more, don't we? But I know that if I fall off the wagon, if I don't do what it says and I don't stick to my guns, then if I go back to group again the week after, I will put weight on. So I had no choice but to carry on, because again, I've got a goal and I'm heading towards it. So I did everything the same, still stuck to my same calories. I didn't shave anything. I didn't skip anything. You've seen the kind of meals I've been eating. I just thought, no, just continue. You will be rewarded. Keep going. But was I rewarded today? Yes, I was. Thank goodness. I'm not going to drag it out. So today's the 14th of April. I weighed in at 13 stone, 10 pounds, which meant that I've lost 3.5 pounds this week. So again, beyond ecstatic. Really happy with that. Yeah, more than happy. So with last week and this week, that's £4 over the previous 2 weeks. and then I can see it as like it was £2 a week. So that in my head sounds a little bit better, but no, £3.50 off this week. So that means I'm now at 3 stone, £3 loss. And yeah, I've got like what, 2 stone 11 to go. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 2 stone 11 to go to get to target. Oh no, not 2 stone 11. I've got 2 stone £10 to go, because my target is actually 11 stone and I started at 16 stone 13. So I've got 2 stone £10 to go. So that's even closer. Happy days. So yeah, I've passed that halfway mark officially. I'm hoping for I'm hoping for £3 next week. I'm hoping, but let's see. As long as I get £2. And again, I know I sound really greedy. But I am doing everything that I should be. So there shouldn't be any reason why I shouldn't get the weight loss that I want. Because as well as being in a calorie deficit, I am also increasing my activity levels. So it's not all about the food that I'm putting in. It's also about the activity that I'm doing too. So there shouldn't be any reason why I shouldn't get at least £2. But if I can get 3, then yeah, I'll be happier. But that's it. That is absolutely it. So I'll do that vlog probably next week. I'll keep you posted. It won't be by the time I've weighed in again next week on Monday, which is just after Easter. So Easter is on Sunday this week. I can tell you now, not going to affect me whatsoever. I don't have to have chocolate in my life ever. Every now and again I might want a little bit something sweet, but other than that I can take or leave chocolate. So Sunday is not going to trip me up basically. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens at group next week, because I do know we've got a lot of chocoholics in group. So yeah, let's see what happens next Monday. But obviously I'll let you know how I'm getting on with filming that vlog about the calorie substitutes, the low calorie substitutes of things, because I do plan on filming it next week instead when the kids have gone back to school, like I've said. So anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you. It is only short for me, and yeah, if I don't see you before, I will see you next week. So take care of yourselves. As always, thank you so much for watching and joining me on this journey, but I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.